Hi, it's Jen, the Holistic Health Boss, your functional diagnostic practitioner and expert. And this week I want to come in and talk to you guys about how glyphosate was found guilty. Did you recently maybe hear about this in the news? How glyphosate was recently found guilty by a California jury for causing cancer in a school groundskeeper who was repeatedly exposed to it in his line of work. Now, glyphosate is the primary ingredient that is found in a pesticide known as Roundup, which is made by Monsanto, and it's the most heavily used pesticide that we have in the United States and commonly used around the world. Now, the good news is that this verdict was a big win in relation to raising awareness around how pesticides, herbicides, and other toxic chemicals deemed to be quote unquote safe are actually harmful to our health. Now, the bad news is that every year more than 250 million pounds of Roundup are used on conventionally grown US crops and in other places around the world. As a result, glyphosate has been found in all levels of the food chain, which includes our water, plants, animals, and even in humans in testing. It has even been found in some organic foods too, due to the water runoff and cross-contamination that happens. Now, as a chemical, glyphosate has been classified as a carcinogen, meaning that it contributes to or can cause cancer, and also as an endocrine disruptor, meaning that it disrupts the glands that produce hormones, that convert hormones, and the glands that keep our hormones in balance. Now, glyphosate was introduced back in the 1970s, and it is just one of over 120,000 plus chemicals that have been introduced in our environment since World War II, most of which haven't really been studied long enough to even know what the long-term impacts are on our health over time, because they just haven't been around long enough. And in this modern day world, our bodies are now facing the largest toxic burden ever known to mankind. Before now, there has never been a time in human existence when so many chemicals were present in our environment. Now, as chemical production and use has increased over the years, we've also seen a steady rise in chemical-related health disorders, such as things like cancer specifically. There's more women and men that I run into that have infertility issues, hormone imbalances, autoimmune conditions, seasonal allergies, colds and flus, things like brain fog and other dementia-like conditions, irritable bowel syndrome, and general digestive upset overall. Wherever you turn, toxins and chemicals are lurking. They're in your water, food, air, they're on your furniture, they're in your personal care products, and in your cleaning products. But we can't live in a bubble. That is the reality. So the question is, what can we do to support our body during these burdensome times? And that's basically what I want to discuss with you in this week's blog. I want to break down exactly what toxins are doing to your body and how you can go about offsetting your exposure to them so that you can either improve your health or help to maintain where it is right now. So let's first explore what exactly toxic chemicals can do to your body using glyphosate as an example. So glyphosate, for example, can immobilize certain nutrients and alter the nutritional makeup of the treated crops, meaning that you won't really get any vitamins, minerals, or other nutrients from food that has been exposed to glyphosate, leaving you nutrient deficient. Glyphosate also decreases the availability of amino acids, which are protein building blocks that are needed to maintain muscle mass and rebuild cells that the body can only get these protein building blocks from food sources, these essential amino acids. It also contributes to imbalances in the good and bad gut bacteria, which can lead to leaky gut, various food allergies or sensitivities. Glyphosate also increases inflammation, which eventually can overload the immune system, rendering it too weak to fight off the common allergies, colds, or flu viruses. And it also shuts down the detoxifying enzymes in the body, and therefore enhances the damaging impacts of other foodborne chemical residues or environmental toxins that you come encounter with, and it burdens the liver. Glyphosate also promotes the creation of ammonia in the body, which can lead to brain inflammation, which has been associated with autism, Alzheimer's disease, ALS, and other cognitive type of impairments. And some studies have even shown how glyphosate disrupts progesterone production, how it negatively impacts female egg availability and development, how it can alter estrogen levels, promoting breast cancer specifically, and how it disturbs overall steroid hormone balance within cortisol and DHEAS. I know it seems overwhelmingly bad, right? But there is hope. There is a lot that you can do to reduce the impacts that glyphosate and other chemicals have on your body. Some simple steps that you can take on a daily basis. So to reduce exposure and the damaging effects of glyphosate and other herbicides, pesticides, or chemicals, here's what you can do. One is to eat organic and non-GMO foods as much as possible. Two is to drink and cook with only filtered water. Next is to take a daily liver support supplement, to also avoid food crops most commonly contaminated with glyphosate, even if they're organic, such as corn, soybean, wheat, barley, and rye. Pretty simple, right? Because even small exposures to toxins and chemicals have a large impact on your overall health and can contribute to weight gain, fatigue, brain fog, digestive upset, autoimmune issues, hormone imbalances, and much more. So taking action to reduce toxic exposures as much as possible will result in long-lasting positive effects on your health and well-being. So if you've been eating healthy, maybe exercising and doing all of the right things with little to no weight loss or health improvements, then toxins such as glyphosate might actually be tripping you up, causing hormone imbalances, leaky gut, maybe even overwhelming the immune system, which are all keeping you from getting the results that you're trying to work towards. So to help more people like you get to the bottom of these underlying toxic burdens in your body so that you can get back to feeling like yourself again, I've actually opened up my schedule to help 5 new clients. You can snag one of these client spots or see if this is a right fit for you simply by scheduling a complimentary ideal health and weight discovery session with me by clicking on the link below or going back to the email where you found this. And if you have a friend or a family member in your life who wants to solve their health problems once and for all, and this might be a problem for them too, feel free to share this info with them to help them find the missing pieces to their health so that they can finally get back to feeling like themselves again, or for the very first time. Now, glyphosate was just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to toxins. I'll be talking more about this in the coming weeks. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I'll see you next week on the blog.